the patch has been announced. I told you all it was going to happen, and it finally did. So we're going to get straight into it, man. Drop a like if you haven't yet. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and let's get right into the news. We're trying to hit 1 million subscribers this year. So 2K finally dropped a patch, but as you guys know that have been here for a while, it's honestly not even the most important thing that they tell us in the patch notes usually. It's about what happens after they drop the patch. What did they mess up? What did they change that they didn't tell us about? So we do have some important information inside the patch, but also some things that were messed up as well. So I do want to talk about that, but I honestly think we have some also more important news to get into. First, 2K Labs posted this right here and said real player percentage layup controller settings, 40 overall rating versus 99. You're able to make 74.5% of your layups versus 47.5. Now, let me know how you guys feel about real player percentage being back in the game on 2K25. Like, you can literally not time your jump shot, you can not time your layup, and it does it for you. Now, this I thought was very important as well, if not probably the most important thing in the video, because we didn't really know how cap breakers actually look and work when you unlock them. But as you guys see right here, this is what the screen looks like because people have already hit starter 3, starter 4, so you're able to put on the caps. But once again, you see that guy has an 85 mid-range. It's locked because that is the player's physical limitations. You're not able to go over that on the build. You can also put like 2 in one area, or you could just put 1 in each area if you want, 5 times. You can do 5 for 1. It just doesn't yet. As long as you put in 5 caps, it works, okay? It's not just for one category or anything like that. Now, Joe Knows went to Twitter and said, here we go again, ... Now, let's play this video where the guy said that Patty. This is a Pro-Am player right here. He's already unlocked Patty Mills at starter 4, which is where you get all these animations that people were using last year for getting starter 3. You see he's dribbling up straight into the defender, jump shot, green, open. Now, I'm telling y'all, bro, this is what's scary. People are starting to figure out the game. Yes, shooting is probably more difficult than it was in 2K24 at the moment. However, once people figure this out, once people get those Patrick Mills animations and the better dribble styles and blah, 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 if they patch shooting, nobody's going to miss. People are starting to figure it out. I do not think still that they should change anything. But look, this was also huge. Last night, Statistics went to Twitter and he said, proof that the jersey gives you 1.5 times level. And in the top right, he did get 1.5 times level, it says, on his player. Now, he's starter 2, and he got 0.4 level after the game. I'm starter 2. I only get like 0.2, 0.3, maybe. Very, very rarely. I don't think I've ever got a 0.4 in my starter 2 bar. So I believe that he really was getting 1.5 times level. And we're not talking about for the season. We're talking about for the legend grind. He said this: I took the jersey off and didn't get 1.5 times. Then I put it back on and got 1.5 times again. So this is the jersey, by the way, if you guys don't know, that you unlock by winning 2 championships or 3. I think it's 2 or 3 in my career. You have to play all your key games, and then you have to win a championship. So you can sim straight to the finals. You have to play the last game, but you have to win a championship. And it's on the GOAT status thing. So you unlock the GOAT jersey, it's golden, you get the gold shoes, blah, blah, blah. And you see this guy said, don't know, man, it did not work for me. And this dude said, what did you get yours to work? Clyonic said, I took arm sleeves off in the GOAT jersey, restarted game, and then it just wore the jersey. So Nadex went and grinded it out. He said it's not working. People like Enzo, who's one of the top levels in the world right now, I think he's number 2 in the world, said that it does not work. So I don't know what's going on, but a lot of people are saying it doesn't work much more than it does, okay? So I don't know. Anyway, you see, we have right here the MJ animated banner that you get, I think, for winning 7 rings in my career. So it looks pretty good, but I don't think I'm going to win 7 rings in order to get it. Now, you see, 2K Toots right here posted your green window, best chance, better chance, low chance, no chance. Shout out to 2K Toots, man. He's been putting in work. And low risk is going to give you a good chance to hit your shots. Normal risk, good chance, but most of it is better chance. And then high risk is your best chance of basically a pure green window, but not a pure green window. He said he still couldn't find it. So I don't know, man. It's looking rough out here. It's so confusing because it's unfortunate that these guys are building like homemade Zens. He made a homemade Zen to do all these tests. He said, of course, it doesn't work in the park. He showed proof of why it doesn't work because it's just 2 buttons. so you can't really do anything else. But they can't find a green window. 2K Labs has still not found proof of a 100% pure green window. And also 2K Toots. Now, some people are saying like, oh, the older 2Ks didn't have pure green windows and you guys liked it. I have never liked that. 2K19 had a pure green window at a certain attribute rating, and it was also varied by jump shots as well, if you guys don't remember. I remember it very clearly. You were able to have like a stretch big, let's say 89 three-pointer with this jump shot gives you a pure green window. But if you had an 88 or 89 with this jump shot, you didn't. Okay, so let's drop into this patch, man. Remember, there is some things, there's 2 different pages here to read, but 2K dropped Patch Notes 1.4. The only gameplay changes they told us about, remember because it's 2K and you never know, was addressed a user-reported situation where players were prevented from being substituted when on extended hot streaks. Fixed an issue that would cause the takeover meter to drop down to tier 1 if already at tier 5 when the team chemistry meter is filled. My NBA arenas will now appear correctly when playing with the all-time teams at home in My NBA. Expansion teams will now have a proper floor, blah, blah, blah. My team fixed a user-reported disconnect. PC fixed an issue, resolved an issue, blah, blah, blah. If you want to read it all, you can pause it, but let's hop into the next picture as well, because 2K, I don't know, man. This is, I think, the most important page right here. They said this update will release at September 13th, 2 a.m., blah, 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 which it didn't, by the way. We'll talk about that. It says, we are working quickly to resolve the most user-impacting issues being reported. Feedback from the community has been quick and clear. We thank you. The patch we will release prior to launch of Season 2 will contain a much broader set of fixes and improvements spanning the entire game. Now, this is what's in this patch. The city addressed user-reported frame rate issues when playing in Elite, Rise, and Beach courts. That is huge. Again, the game should drop with this already working, but anyway, a number of fixes, improvements made to the squad finder feature. The shut it down feature will now function as expected. Resolved an exploit in the track that allowed users to achieve unrealistic times. That's crazy because people were literally going backwards in the race and they won 1,000,000 VC off that. Fixed a disconnect that could occur when playing games with NBA players in my court. So there you have it, guys. That is what we were told was in the patch. We're going to talk about what I also noticed after playing in the patch, how I feel about the lag and stuff. But Evan, who works for 2K, said, we are aware of today's Xbox Series X update is not available yet as scheduled, and we are working to release it as soon as possible. In the meantime, you may experience issues when attempting to join friends via crossplay with PlayStation 5. Thanks for your patience. So 2K Intel went to Twitter, and he said, crossplay is not working at the moment in 2K20. Now, we don't know exactly why it stopped working or why the patch didn't come out, whatever it is, but I'm pretty sure crossplay was not working because Xbox didn't have the patch at the time, and now I do believe the patch is out for everyone as you're watching this video. I was playing the game, and then all of a sudden, I was not able to play with my friend who was on the same system as me. He said, hey, restart your game. I restarted it. I closed my app. I went over to updates, and it did say I had it was like 1.5 gigabyte update. So unless 2K just dropped another update, or I don't know what it is. I'm telling you guys, I got an update, and then I was able to play with him. I'm pretty sure it works now. Anyway, XO said, I really wish skill-based matchmaking wasn't all game modes in 2K25. It kills the fun for me. At times, I want to play the competitive games, but at the same time, I just want to chill and make content without having to try hard to win. I just want to chill and hoop. And we talked about this in the previous video, how skill-based matchmaking in a public mode is not good for the game. We have skill-based matchmaking in a ranked mode. That's the reason why everybody wants a ranked mode, so you can go in there and see proving grounds, prove how good you are at the game. When you go into a public match, it should not be catered to people who are not good at the game. You should get a decent randomizer of really good people in the park. Like, I want to play the best people in the world, and then in the next game play the worst people. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of public matches. I love playing my comp, sweaty games and sitting elbows to knees, but when it's almost every game, it is pretty annoying. You know, I still have a 93 win percent, and it's just not something I really enjoy. Now, Joey2K said, by far my least favorite 2K after a week. Before y'all get slick, I have over a 90 win percent and shoot good enough to my standards, so that BS isn't why I dislike the game. Unfortunately, everything I dislike about the game will not be fixed in a patch, so 11 more months of this, I guess. Now, Joey had a logo I think in 2K24. He went to Creator Day. So I was very surprised to see this tweet. He must be very upset with the game, I thought. Now, this guy said, basically, can you elaborate? He said, why it's going in. Contested layups going in consistently against good defenders that don't have to be timed. Real player percent. Skill-based matchmaking was a cool feature until they decided to add it to every single game mode, giving people no place to play the game casually unless they are just bad at the game. Steals, quote-unquote, not plucks. Lane steals and how the game has evolved to the point to where it is smarter to just spam steal an entire possession instead of guarding your own man. As a spot up, it is genuinely horrible to watch. This is just to name a few things, I guess he tried to say, off the top of my head. Okay, so I kind of agree with him with that because steals and all that, like 2K obviously makes steals really good so that it can make up for their poor defense in the game, the mechanics of the game. And I have always said for years now that they should like tone down steals and make actually defense good, because steals, if we're talking about a realistic basketball game, the best defense is clamping your man up, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think it's close to 50-50 this year with defense and offense, so it's not too bad. Anyway, Splash said, trying to solo theater and been hearing myself for 15 minutes. And he said closed and left after 30 minutes. So there's a lot of players that are having connection issues and matchmaking issues on 2K25, and I personally have not experienced a lot of those, to be honest with you guys, but I have had some games where I'm sitting in the lobby for 15 minutes, 20 or not 15 minutes, but like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and I'm like, all right, let me back out and go back in. Then usually I get a game pretty fast, but I can definitely see how that is super annoying. There's a lot of places to play in 2K25, and that may be the issue. I mean, you have Park, you've got the beach courts, you've got, what is it, Rec, you've got 3v3 Pro-Am, 5v5 Pro-Am, the theater. I mean, there's stage. You got so many places to play that I think even with crossplay, that may be the issue people are having. Anyway, guys, real quick, besides crossplay, I want to talk about something I think 2K might have done in the patch that they didn't say anything about. So you guys, please let me know. I've been rhythm shooting for a few days now. In my last video, it was pretty funny. My last 1 or 2 videos, people were like, oh, he's telling us to use rhythm shooting and he's not rhythm shooting. Well, you've seen in the first gameplay, which was a newer gameplay, I was using it. Those were just older gameplays, right? I don't know. Maybe I was just mistiming a lot of shots today, and I don't know. I was shooting really good with Rhythm Shooter basically since I started, and I'm talking about in terms of, 2K25 shooting. Like, I was shooting a better percent than I was regular shooting, like every day from the very beginning of stick shooting. And today, I don't know, I just was not shooting very good. It did not make sense to me. I'm still confused about it. I'm not saying 2K patched anything or nerfed it, but it felt like to me that it was nerfed a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, guys, click this video right here if you want to see yesterday's news video, which is also very important, or the one on the right side, which is my first build on 2K25 that I still love. Like, it is amazing. Okay, it's a 6'4" strong, defending, stealing, shooting. Like, it really does everything. Anyway, guys, click this, tap it. I don't know why you're still listening to me, bro. Click this video. I'm out of here. Peace.